All right, hello guys. This is Sarkolata with Architecture Talk Tank. Today I've got Gabriel Chek with me. He has a company or a blog called Archiloggers, and he's going to tell us more about it. He also is one of the co-organizers of MadCon and a lot of other really exciting things. So tune in with us as we dive into more of architecture and content creation and talking a little bit about some of his workshops that he's also organizing. So Gabriel, welcome and thank you so much for joining me on this talk today.
Oh, hi, Sarah. Nice to meet you. Yeah, it's a great pleasure.
It's a pleasure. So tell us a little bit about sort of the story behind all the different projects that you're doing. How did it even happen that as an architect you decided, hey, I'm gonna build a community and start providing value this way to other architects?
I think I started, so basically a background about myself. I am a architectural designer in Singapore. So I've been working for about 2.5 years already. So I think after I graduated with my master's in architecture, I wanted to try something on the side, apart from my day job. So at night, I'll be just tinkering around with blog posts. I think similar story to Sana. I think previously we talked to her about how she started. It's also quite similar that I was also in between jobs and then also trying to see how best I can use my time well. So yeah, I started thinking around with blog posts, thinking around with social media. I also didn't have any ulterior motive in mind at that point in time. So I wanted to just, have fun creating diagrams and even concepts to understand. Initially, it was actually for myself to document what I've learned. Yeah, and like more for me to remember what, because when we teach something, right, we usually can remember it better. And over time, it became such that, people actually enjoy my content and like to see what I'm doing for Art Logbook initially. So Art Logbook is a first project I started on Instagram. They got me a little bit very interested in this content creation journey. And Art Logbook was a bite-sized technical basics in the visual format on Instagram. So it started off with just very simple diagrams, like maybe like how do we draw floor plans, maybe like symbols in architecture plans, stuff like even like staircase design. So very tidbits of design that typically we don't get to, not many of us students get to learn, and it's actually open for anybody to access, and it's easy to understand through the simple diagrams. And over time, I think I started that in about June 20, June last year. No, the year before, 2018. Yeah, time flies. And then, it kind of blossomed into like a bit more serious, but also trying to see how best I can help students and young graduates out there. So like it became more sophisticated. It became a community kind of thing, as well as also to sort of diversify the content such that it's not only just technical basics, but it also branched out into like soft skills such as like time management, project management, and negotiation, stuff like that. So all these, that's my journey so far, and I also met many wonderful people along the way, like who are also content creators, like yourself.
Yeah, of course. So do you work for another practice now or do you run your own?
I am currently working for a practice. It's called Sanko Architects. So I'm currently involved with a lot of military buildings. Yeah, I can't say anything more than that. But I think it's confidential. So yeah, I do learn a very specialized form of architecture, which is great in doing my day job. And yeah, I think on the side at night, I'll just share what I've learned, basically.
Yeah, of course. So basically the project that you're talking about is the Instagram where you share different graphics and they are representing the different, like your journey as you're practicing architect post university, right?
Yeah, that's the Art Logbook. So Art Logbook was the first project that I did. Then after that, it transitioned to Art Loggers, which is like a new frontier for me. And I think that I started doing that this year. So the difference between Art Logbook and Art Loggers is such that Art Logbook is the more technical based educational content, and then Art Loggers is now pushing forward. It's like a more like soft skills on personal development kind of thing for young architects who are looking for clarity and confidence in their lives and career. So I do intend to also take what I've learned from Art Book, in terms of the content creation journey, in terms of how I present certain concepts, and also align it to my new vision of helping to build people instead of, only focusing on the technical details.
Absolutely. And this project of confidence and clarity, it's also a project that you now are doing a workshop around, right?
Yeah, I am. It's great. I guess I share a bit more about it. So I'm actually, if you're tuning in right now live, on Sunday, I'm running a first workshop out of many workshops. So basically, the idea is that clarity and confidence for young architectural designers can be broken down into many sub-aspects. So in this month, in March and April, I'm focusing on personal clarity. So personal clarity, you can include your personality, your interests and passions, even the way you design and the way you learn things, as well as lastly, your skill set and expertise. So these four of these aspects actually make up your architectural flavor. I call it flavor. So it's like a ice cream, there's some flavors, right? So each and every one of us architects, designers are all unique and special in their own way. And I also want through this workshop to share in a very simple understand how can we distinguish ourselves personally as a young architect, and also to be very clear about ourselves. So once we are clear about ourselves, we are able to, uh, go on a journey that you can enjoy more because you're more clear about where you're heading to, and because you know who you are, and you won't be so, we wouldn't be so like flustered and anxious about things that are happening to us.
Interesting. And is this the first time you're doing this workshop, or have you done it before?
So it's kind of like a metamorphosis for me because I actually am gaining clarity and confidence myself as well through this whole project venture kind of thing. So yeah, I did a workshop at MacCon recently. So that was like a demo workshop. It's free, so you can actually watch on YouTube. You can search the Mac Collective YouTube channel and search for clarity and confidence. So that I ran a workshop as part of the convention. So that was like a brief overview of what I'm trying to accomplish through my own framework. I call it the triple C framework, which is clarity, confidence, and continuity or consistency. Yeah, so that is the whole idea. And I was sharing the vision through that workshop. You can watch it live as well. So that is, you can replay the workshop on YouTube. So that is available for all to see. So if you're curious about what I'm trying to accomplish in this year, 2021, yeah, this is it. I think I'll share the link with you guys, maybe with
Yeah, that
Sarah.
would be great. In fact, tell us a
Yeah.
little bit as well about this Math Collective. I had Sana on the talk a few days ago, and she told us a little bit about MathCon and everything, but you're still running the Math Collective, and it's quite interesting to hear about what you guys stand for and whether or not people can join it, or how does it work?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the story that she shared, Sana shared with you, but basically how we came together, and then where are we going from now. I think just a brief summary about what we're all about again. I think for those who missed out with Sana's session with you, I think trying to achieve a vision that we have a collective voice. So firstly, to gather together students and young architects to join us. Secondly, to support content creators out there to who are very talented. So I actually need more exposure for the content, especially those who are new in the game, content creation game. So we would like to feature their content on our channels, as well as also to collaborate with them on events such as the Mac convention. So Mac convention is it was also a new thing for us. We also tried to have the idea about what if you can bring everybody, from all backgrounds and all topics which they are an expert in, and you can share the knowledge for free. And that is such a wonderful thing during this pandemic, having unity despite the distance. And I think co-curating it with Sana, I think was such an good experience as well for me. So personally, having to have the opportunity to organize an event at a large scale, yeah, it's a lot of effort, and we're looking forward to do more of this actually. Still evaluating the feedback as well as the way forward. Yeah.
Sounds great. Looking forward to it, really, definitely. So tell us a little bit more about what's next for you.
Okay. Apart from my Art Longer's journey. So I'm trying to. I think firstly I have a membership which closed. So to be honest, it's not as favorable as I thought it would be. So I'm trying to do another route, which is to do workshops monthly. So I'm trying to. I think throughout my whole content creation journey, I'm trying to. It's more of an experimental approach. So I don't really get hard on myself if I don't really get a certain profit or revenue. It's not about that. I think to me, it's about the journey, and like I enjoy sharing knowledge, and I enjoy like just being useful. I feel that drives me to live on like in some way. It's also a purpose that I have been staying true to for the past 2 years. And I think as long as one person's lives is improved or has gone for the better because of me, I'll be happy to sleep after every day. So yeah, and I think personally I'm also trying to be more vocal as well, to share through like interviews like this, be on the camera more often, also to through workshops as well. So video content is number one priority for me right now. And other than that, for art loggers, I think as I go through the different months, so basically every month is a certain sub theme of clarity and confidence. And then I think ultimately, once I get the trust of the audience who have been following me, I think I'll open the membership again. Yeah, so that's the whole plan that I have, and hopefully more would be interested in developing themselves. So it's not really just because I think most of the young architects are very busy, so I understand that, and they really have issues with also with the membership fees, which I really understand. So I'm also targeting the universities as well as the practices in future, where I can train young graduates using my own program and framework. Yeah, that's the
Sounds
whole
brilliant.
master plan, which is quite me seeing the master plan out is quite scary in its sense. I'm keeping myself accountable, which is great. Thanks for that, and yeah, I hope to share more good news with you sometime in the future.
Sounds excellent. Really looking forward to it too. So, where do people go to find you online?
You can go search me on Instagram. So artloggers, which is the handle here, and yeah, you can search that. Yeah, and you can also search artloggers at podia.com, which is Podia is podia.com. That is where I host the course content as well as all of the workshops are also there. And every month I'll be hosting a workshop on Sundays, and Sunday nights, other than I think usually the third week of Sunday, and if not, I'll be on Instagram Live on Sundays as well, just to chat with you guys and to have any questions, to answer any questions on clarity and confidence. And I think, yeah, if you can't find me on Instagram, you can also search on Telegram, art loggers as well. So that will be where I pump out updates as well as mini inspirations like quotes every day. I try to post a very simple inspirational text to help you gain that clarity and confidence. That's like the
So,
tagline I say all the time.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, is there a community around this already? Like, is there people that follow and learn from this?
Yeah, there are people who are subscribed to the Telegram channel as well as on Instagram. So it's a small community. So I think we're still trying to find a footing. I think for any new community, is still trying to find that sort of rhythm. And
Yeah.
also because I've been transitioning from art logbook to art loggers, so I think the
Mhm.
followers are a bit confused. So I'm trying my
Yeah.
best to keep sharing why am I doing this, and keep on sharing content that slowly gains the trust of them, the audience around.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Mm.
so important. Well, brilliant. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was lovely talking to you and finding out more about the projects. And thanks, guys, for tuning in as well. As you already heard, go to Arc Loggers Instagram. You can find also Gabriel on LinkedIn and on Telegram,
That's right.
and join the community as well. Thank you so much, Gabriel, again, and all the best.
Thanks, Sarah, for having me.
Pleasure.